It's my birthday in game, so can that be greeted with a win against Leeds United in the FA Cup 4-frame replay at Fratton Park? And also, can we beat Fulham in the Championship? It's going to be a tough ask to win both games, but I guess that sheepskin jacket that I've been looking for a while, if you get FM, you will get what I'm saying. If I've got that sheepskin jacket, then hopefully that'll be a good omen for us. But anyway, for Season 9, episode 9, episode 8, something like that. Anyway, roll the intro.
It goes Pompey, 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 you're the team. Pompey, 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 you're the cream. Pompey, you're the greatest, and we'll keep following you. We'll keep following Pompey, following the boys in blue.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 9 of Season 4 of the Football Manager 2018 save Portsmouth. And today, it's really not necessarily a rerun of last episode. By the way, before we go any further, if you haven't watched the last episode, go and watch that, because this leads exactly straight after that, so therefore it makes sense to watch the episode. And if you can't find it, it's in the playlist, which should be on the channel somewhere. But for you guys that are watching every episode of this series every day, I thank you so much in advance. But yeah, obviously it's a rerun of yesterday's episode because we drew 0-0 with Leeds in the Cup at Elland Road, so that means we got a 4-frame replay against them. And we did beat Cardiff, of course, 3-0 in the last episode, if you guys do need a reminder of that. This game's also on the telly. It's the only 4-frame replay it looks like being playing overall, which I cannot believe. But actually Everton and Chelsea have got one. So there's 3 more. I was about to say, I couldn't believe in 16 games that there was only 1 draw, but it looks like there were a few, and hopefully there'll actually be a goal in this one. And then we've got Fulham later on the episode at Craven Cottage to hopefully make it 2 wins out of 2 and potentially put us level on points with Fulham, and if there's a 3-goal swing, then we could go buff them today. But for today's first game against Leeds United, anyway, we've got Ryan Allsop in goal, with Thompson, Masterson, Burgess and Husband at the back, with Meyler and Colkett, the real Season 3 pair in the midfield today, with Naismith, Chaplin and Obita in the attacking midfield, and Adam Armstrong up front, making a rare appearance on the start. And the pure reason that these players have been selected sometimes, just that they've got low injury risk. You know, A, a bit of rotation, and B, you know, some of the players have got low injury risk. Some of the better players, you know, McAlinden and Chris Long, those types of players have got high injury risk, so there's no point risking them, pardon the pun. But they're playing a flat 4-4-2, I think they played that last time out anyway. But really, for this one, it's just, you know, I'm expecting you to win today, and I think that's fair enough. I'm just alarmed because the last time I gave that instruction was against Reading and we lost 5-2. So that'll be interesting. But just a bit of a tunnel interview there, saying that their goalkeeper hasn't conceded a goal for a long while. So that's a little bit of an alarm bell and a bit of a worry. But potentially this could have positive or negative repercussions for either team, in fact. Because if we go and beat Leeds today, potentially that might put their morale down. They might start to go on a bit of a slump. That'll help us in the league. And then there's obviously the vice versa effect. If we lose and they win, they could go on a bit of a run. We could, you know, get grumpy about that and then lose the Fulham game, which means we could lose a game after that and all that nonsense. But it looks like we could get a goal this time, which would be nice, I guess. But hopefully it's not them that get the first goal. But we've gone attacking, which I think is a little bit stupid to do, perhaps. So we're just going to go back to counter-attacking. I'm not too bothered about this first half. As long as we go into the changing rooms level at half-time, I'm not too fussed. That surely is not Kevin Phillips that is on the bench for Leeds United. No, it's Calvin Phillips. I was about to say Kevin Phillips retired about 3 years ago. But Calvin Phillips, another English player, never heard of him. But there you go. I'm obviously out of touch these days with some of the newer players that are in lower league. I mean, I've said before to you guys that I don't really watch the Championship. I'm only really a Premier League fan, so I don't know much about Championship players. But certainly this series has given me a lot of knowledge about the likes of Connor Chaplin, you know, and those sorts of players. And I'm trying to think who else now. Liam McAlinden, obviously. I've heard of Liam McAlinden before, but you know, he's a god and he's in my heart now. And hopefully he makes some more memories. But we do certainly go in level at Fratton Park, and it looks like after 135 minutes, the aggregate score is exactly the same it was as we walked out Elland Road when we kicked off for that first ball there. It's still 0-0, and we still have not got a break in the deadlock yet, and this is quite unbelievable. For two sides that are doing so well in the Championship this season, neither side probably want to win. That's probably why. We're not too bothered about it. I don't think Leeds are. We both want to focus really on our promotion pushes, but then either side doesn't want to lose as well, for the reasons I stated before. So it's an interesting one, but we might have a break in the deadlock here. Grow on the ball for then. Back to Janssen. It's not Vincent Janssen, don't worry. Patrick Roberts on the ball. I'm surprised I've been able to get him, to be fair. He's quite a good player, unless he's there on loan. Andy King. Hanker. Back to Roberts. This is going to be a goal here. Puts it into Grot. And it is. It's a header from Jay, Roy, Grot, and Patrick Roberts gets this. So I'm going to have to find out if Roberts actually is on loan or actually there. No. They got him on a free. Jeez. City let him go on a free. Wow. That's a surprise. Anyway, back to the game. They've just gone 1-0 ahead, so we're going to have to make a few substitutions, definitely. Bring Jack Harper on for Jordan Obita, and then Connor Shenton. Oliver Shenton on for, what's his face, Dudar. Charlie Colkett, that's the one. I was completely out of it then. But they've took the lead here at Fratton Park. It's not always the best thing to start off with a goal for the opposition. We'll watch it regardless. Andy King, we've already watched this before in 2D, but Hanker puts it forward to Patrick Roberts. I still cannot believe he went to a championship club, put it into Grot, and there was no saving that one from Ryan Allsop. Maybe it could have been saved, but from that angle it seemed like a little bit too dramatic to perhaps save that one. But I think the trouble is that Ryan Armstrong, see, I'm getting all the names wrong today. Adam Armstrong is just not playing well. 6.4, which for a striker is a little bit naff, you know, to use words that are really descriptive. But Armstrong could get a goal here. Harper puts it into the box for Meyler. Naismith. Oh, Naismith again. Oh, and it's put out by the Leeds United defender. Change the formation then to a 4-2-2 with Connor Chaplin. Obviously, he can play up front. There's no hiding away from the fact that I can tell you guys that. Blimey. But Chaplin straight away puts it in to Meyler. I thought that might have been a penalty, but obviously not. Low puts it out. Oh, and here come Leeds on the counter-attack now. This could be interesting. This could be 2-0, and that could end the tie. Puts it into the box for Grot, and it is 2-0 to Leeds United. And that looks like it's the end of the tie, unfortunately. Not much we can do about it, but I always say, don't I, well, we didn't want to win anyway. But that's not really the point. We shouldn't go out there not to win. And we haven't took our chance. We've been in the game. We've had enough shots, enough on target, enough possession, but we haven't scored. And that shows to me a bit of a lack of passion, perhaps. But we're going to be out of the FA Cup now, which... Am I content with that? Probably. We weren't going to win it. It would have been nice to go a bit further. But, you know, these sort of things happen, and we can focus for about 15 games in the league now, which is... I'm more than happy to do that. You know, if we were to risk our playoff spot by simply getting into the final of the FA Cup, let's say, I would much rather get a playoff spot, especially with the pressure on us. Well, not necessarily the pressure, my pressure I put on us this season, I think, to go up. But we've lost the FA Cup tie anyway, and hopefully that doesn't spill over into the next game at Craven Cottage. So Leeds gave us a birthday to forget, but hopefully it's not the post-birthday present that Fulham want to give us of another loss. But for today's game against Fulham anyway, all stops in goal with Thompson, Watmore, Burgess and Husband at the back, Rossiter and Colkett in the middle, Naismith, Chaplin and Harper in the attacking midfield positions, and then Liam McAlinden, the captain for today's game, up front. This one's really crucial though, because Leeds United did win the early match in the Championship against Cardiff, which means that basically, as you can see when we get onto the Championship table, we can sort of capitalise because we can be maybe 3 points behind Leeds at the end of the episode, and if Sheffield United slip up, then we are guaranteed to be only 3 points behind, which is a really exciting prospect. But shall we just get on with it rather than mither about it? We just want to see what we can do, and hopefully that is good things. We'll be keeping an eye on the results of... And I've just turned the Xbox on. That's practically a thing I do every single episode of this series. It's becoming a little bit of a comedic thing now. I think I ought to move my leg when I record these episodes, but there we go. We never start games well. It's just. In fact, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm getting a little bit sick of that now. Starting off games badly, it's doing my head in. And we've conceded against Fulham. Brentford are winning, and this could really be one that we don't capitalise on. Mollo to Dean. This can't be 2-0, surely. Mollo, Dean, Naismith gets it. Can we get it out though now? Naismith to Chaplin. Of course, if you remember, folks, earlier on in the season when we played Fulham, the reverse fixture at home, we were actually 3-0 down within the first 8 minutes and actually brought it back to 3-3. So there's hope yet. There's definitely hope. But we just cannot keep possession. We're going to have to tell our players to retain possession because it's just rubbish, to be quite honest. We just cannot cope whatsoever. We're going to have to tell the players we demand more of them. Two losses an episode would be a disaster, wouldn't it? Particularly in the Championship as well. That would not be good, but why has it gone to the tactics screen? No one's injured. That's bizarre. I feel like this game just wants to, you know, be a good pal to us and just go, nah, we'll make you miss that one. It's 2-0 to Fulham. Jesus Christ, what do we have to do, eh? I mean, there's 3 teams that are joint on 58 at the moment, and we are not one of them, and that is a problem for us at the moment. 12 fouls we've conceded. I mean, we've just got no discipline. And that's exactly what we're going to tell the players, to be more disciplined. That's rubbish. It looks like we're going to be 2-0 down at half-time at Craven Cottage, and a little bit like the reverse fixture, it looks like we're going to have something to build back on again. And that's a worry at half-time. Yeah, they've dominated us, and that's not good at all. Leeds United are now second, because it looks like Sheffield United have scored in their game, so that is not good enough for us whatsoever. I just cannot believe it's been like the case, in fact, ever since we've been in the Championship. Some games were on, some games were not. And I don't know if we can't be bothered, or what, but some games you just cannot be bothered. But hopefully that isn't today. Colkett to Husband. And that was rubbish from Husband, but no one was there to retrieve the ball. So they've now got a counter-attack. Meyler on the ball. He's practically run to our defence, but Colkett got that back. Allsop gets that one out. Chaplin can't bother to get it. Colkett to Harper. Can we keep the ball, for goodness sake? That would be nice. Colkett to Rossiter. To Chaplin. Can we get one back here? That would be good. Chaplin through to McAlinden. He takes a touch and he shoots, and it's wide. It's going to be one of them days, isn't it? It's going to be one of those blamming days. Only a minute like after, though, hopefully McAlinden will show that it was only a mistake and he's going to get on back. Chaplin to the box of McAlinden, and it's another waste opportunity. Oh, Jesus. I mean, at least we're making chances now. That's all nice and happy, but how on earth did we not get either of those shots on target? I mean, you know, we were 2 yards out, really, for both of them, and that was a shock. A bit Colkett into the box. We can't get that one because Garcia made a nice clearance. Colkett back in again. Garcia making another clearance. Watmore to Naismith to Chaplin. Chaplin loses the ball. Now Fulham have got a counter-attack courtesy of Phil Foden. Thompson wins that one back. Allsop, nice ball out to Husband. To Colkett. To Harper. Oh, that's a poor ball from Harper. Pretty rare, to be honest, for him to have a poor ball, considering he was the player of the month last month. Foden, though, runs through the defence. Had quite a poor shot, though, there. Let's just pump the ball into the box. That's all we need to do. And we've got 20 minutes left here, and we are not going to get back into this game unless there's a miracle now, I don't think. I'm just being honest. And that's a worry. So, that's where we're going to leave it, the 2 substitutions there. And, well, we're pushing forward, and I'm just completely deflated because we are not doing anything at all at the moment. We can't score, we can't get a chance. And, we have to do the work again, it looks like, against another team and get the gap down. Gunter into the box for Burke. And luckily that wasn't 3-0. But as I say again, we've got to do the work again. We're 8 points behind the league leaders. We are closer to 7th place than we are to 1st, which is frightening. Just hold on though, because we could have a chance here. Shenton to Macca. Macca on the ball still to Harper. Harper on the ball. Husband. We just have not been on it today. In fact, we haven't been on it the whole episode. We've been shocking. Giving away so many poor chances, just horrible. Husband into the box. No, we can't get anything. This is quite shambolic and embarrassing, to be honest, from our team. This is shocking. Foden runs through the defence there like nobody's there. And it's off the post. I don't know how that's happened. I mean, they can run through the defence easily. We can't do anything. Can we get anything back? Just the one goal would do. We're going to have to get some opposition instructions on, just to make sure they don't mug our defence off. But that's a chance for us. Chaplin shoots, and it's wide again. Oh, may the Lord give me strength. I mean, Fulham have given us plenty of opportunities this afternoon. You know, credit to them. But we haven't took one yet. We could take one here, but we've had too many chances and we need to take one. Chaplin through again to Long. Put it into the box for McAlinden. And that's another one we've given away. 7 shots. And I feel like there's been a lot more than that. I've witnessed that many mistakes. It's unbelievable today. And in fact, Fulham deserve exactly what they've got. A win. Not because they've played magnificently. They haven't. But we have been utter dog poo. And Phil Foden finishes off the game. And it's 3-0 now to Fulham. And it's back to the drawing board, I think, folks. This is a big worry. I mean, we've lost 2 games in an episode, something I don't think we've done for a while. And that always puts the frighteners on a little bit, using 2 games in a row. And we just haven't shown the commitments, whatever really, today, for anything, which is a real dampener for today's episode. And certainly not a good Monday healer for you guys. Not something to keep you positive on Monday. But the new schedule does start today, by the way. I forgot to say this earlier. There's a new schedule that starts today. It's still Saturday night for me, so I haven't quite decided what to go for. But on the channel About section, you'll see what the new schedule is. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And yeah, that'll all be there. But if you remember, folks, what I said yesterday about the games, we're going to basically come back for the Sheffield United and Norwich games. So we're going to play the Wolves game off camera, which fingers crossed we win, because if we lose that one, then there's a huge danger going into that Sheffield United and Norwich game. We're back for those 2 games anyway. So, quite a poor episode today, but I hope you guys enjoyed the entertainment anyway. So leave a like if you did enjoy that, I really appreciate that. And also comment any thoughts about this, and subscribe if you are new to the channel for daily FM content, and also something new starting this week that you will like maybe if you're a big Premier League fan. Potentially not. But, you know, it's not for everyone, I suppose. But anyway, I've been TIJ, thank you so much for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 PM sharp at the sub box for tomorrow's episode. It's episode 10. Blimey, this is going to be a long series. It's going to be a long series, definitely. It's going to be a long season, though. I'm just talking rubbish. Anyway, I've been TIJ, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.